What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we are checking out the SHRC's H1G. It is a foldable 1080p 5G Wi-Fi FPV GPS RC quadcopter ready to fly. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. Alright, so here is the quadcopter, and it's looking pretty nice. Compact design, foldable props as well as foldable arms, and we do have the push button on and off switch right on the top. And here is the 1080p 5G Wi-Fi FPV camera in the front, tilt adjustable, about I would say 30 to 35 degree angle down, and you can push it all the way up straight horizon, so that is nice. And on the bottom we do have a little placeholder for a optical flow sensor, but this does not have an optical flow sensor. It just has GPS, so we don't really need optical flow sensor, and I'm not interested in flying this thing indoors anyhow, so we're going to check it out here out in the field over here. However, this does not have a DVR built in, so we're going to have to take the photos and videos and record it into our Wi-Fi phone app. And in the back we do have the battery bay compartment, and here is the battery that they provide you with, and look at that, it has GPS written on the top as well. Charge it up with the micro USB cable that is also provided, and it does not have any LED lights to indicate it is charging and when it is completed charging. So they provide you with this USB to micro USB cable, which also has a LED light built into the USB part of the cable, so you are able to see whether you are charging or you are completed charging. Now, some of the other batteries did come with a little LED light on the proprietary battery itself. This one is a 7.4 volt 850 milliamp size battery, supposedly good for about 15 minutes of flight time, and this particular unit only came with one battery, so 15 minutes of flight time with this one, and you just slide it in and kind of clicks into place, and we have the on and off button to turn it on, so that is good. And let's go ahead and pull out the arms, and it clicks into place. You have to pull it all the way out and make it click. There is no locking button to lock the arm in place, so it just folds back when you are ready to fold back, and that's a good thing because I really like that design without the little locking button, because when you do have an accident and you crash, you're not going to break the fragile connection of the arms. It will just fold in, so that is a good thing. There's a little foam pad for landing on each of the motor pods, and that is your landing legs that are provided, so that is nice. It will stick that landing as well. So that is just about it, and I do believe we do have some kind of LED light on the motor pod itself, so we'll check it out once we turn this baby on. And I don't see anything else that is of importance on the quadcopter itself. I don't see any LED lights or anything like that, so let's keep the quadcopter on the case right here. And oh yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys the case that it came with. This is the case that the quadcopter and everything that it came with came in. It is a zippered case, and I see a lot of quadcopters come in this type of zipper case now, all compartmentalized, and we also have a little pocket on the top for all your accessories as well, which is really nice. Foldable design quadcopter, just put it back in here and you are ready to travel. So really nice that they give you a little case for it. All right, so let's take a look at all of the stuff that came in the case. Here is the prop guards, and it is just a clip-on type prop guards, and I do believe it goes right on the top of the motor pod here. And if you are a beginner, do place this prop guards on there. That'll help protect the props, and in turn it'll help protect the motors as well. All right, so here is another bag, and this one contains some screws, a screwdriver, and what looks like is 2 sets of extra props. And we do get the USB to micro USB charge cable that I've already showed you guys, and here's the instruction manual, and it says GPS on it, partly in Chinese and the other half in English, and it goes on to show you everything you need to know about the quadcopter. And the diagram of the remote control, tell you all of the functions. And this one here is the addendum to the instruction manual. It is for the Wi-Fi phone app. So there's the QR codes to download your Wi-Fi phone app, and it is called the SHRC H1G GPS app in the App Store. Free downloadable app, so go ahead and check it out. And also we are given this instructional pamphlet. Now this one has all kinds of QR codes, and each one of these QR codes teaches you how to go about doing that particular function. So you can scan this code and check out the video of how to calibrate the quadcopter, the compass calibration, as well as the electronic fence course. They show you how that works. Low voltage return to home course, they show you how that works and all that. So that is really nice that they do that, so you can check that out. Now here's the remote control that comes with the quadcopter. And also I'd like to mention that these antennas are not real antennas. It's just for looks, but it does look nice when you fold it out. Now I do believe it took 3 AA size batteries. Functional buttons on the top. This one here is the circle me button, and this one over here is the speed control button. I do believe it has 2 speeds. And this button over here on the right, it is the smart follow me button, and this one here is the return to home button. And we have a lot more buttons up in the front. This one here is the camera button, takes a photo. Here's the video button, takes a video. 1 key to take off, 1 key to land, power on and off switch. This button over here is the GPS on and off button, and this one over here is the calibrate the compass button. Now both sticks to the bottom and to the left will also initiate the compass calibration. Both sticks to the bottom and to the right will calibrate the gyros. Both sticks to the bottom and in will arm the motors as well as disarm the motors. All right, now this quadcopter is set to have some excellent control distance as far as the manual or the product page is concerned. It says something like 300 to 1,000 meter distance. I'm not sure about that. And also in the product page, it also has an FPV distance of 300 to 1,000 meter. I'm not sure about that. I will stay right around 100 to 200 meters and check it out today. Now it also has it also is claiming in the product page that it has 25-minute flight time as well, and then it goes on to contradict itself and tells you that it has 15-minute flight time. So I'm not sure which of the two it has. I believe it's about 15 minutes of flight time. 25 minutes of flight time is a lot of flight time for that particular size battery. So let's go ahead and check this out and do a little demo flight with the SHRC's H1G. All right, let's get started with the demo flight of the SHRC's H1G. Let's go ahead and power it up. And we got blue LEDs in the front and clear LEDs or white LEDs in the rear, and they're blinking away. Place it right here, turning on the remote, and automatic bind. All right, so let's check out the lights. The lights are blinking away slowly, both front and the rear. So let's go ahead and do the compass calibration. We can either press this button or do both sticks to the bottom and to the left. Let me go do the both sticks to the bottom and to the left. All right, so now the lights are blinking a little bit faster. So what we are going to do is rotate it horizontally 4 times clockwise. Okay, I think that was 4 times. Nothing changes. It doesn't indicate that you have done the horizontal rotation. So we're gonna nose up the quadcopter and clockwise again, and you're supposed to rotate it 4 times. But once you start rotating it just once, the remote control sends out a beep, and if you look, the lights are blinking slow again. So compass calibration has been completed. Now let's go ahead and calibrate the gyro. So both sticks to the bottom and to the right, and the lights go flashing fast again, and they have resumed blinking slowly. Now it is blinking slowly. It is searching for GPS, and once the lights become solid, and I do believe we're going to hear a beep as well, that indicates that we have acquired all of the necessary GPS satellites to have GPS position hold. All right, so let's go ahead and wait until that happens, and it just happened. Now the lights on the quadcopter are solid, both in the front and in the rear, so we are good to take off. And in order to take off, both sticks to the bottom and in will arm the motors, and both sticks to the bottom and in again will disarm the motors. Now before you acquire all of the necessary GPS, you are still able to take off, but you have to turn off the GPS. If the GPS turned on, and by default it is turned on, you are not able to arm the motors until all of the GPS has been acquired. And you can set that in the Wi-Fi phone app. All right, so we are good to go. Let's go ahead and start up the Wi-Fi phone app here, and I'm using my iPad. Go into the settings, and in the Wi-Fi section of your settings, and I'm already connected to the SHRC H1G GPS Wi-Fi network, and here is the app. It's called the SHRC GPS app, and that's how it looks like. Let's go ahead and start the screen record. Okay, screen is recording. Now let's go flying. You can also go into the help, and it tells you what the app is all about. Alright, so I got Wi-Fi FPV. Alright, it's looking pretty nice. Let's go ahead and take some photos. Let's see. There you go, taking a photo there. Let me see if it takes a photo with the hard remote. And it takes a photo with the hard remote as well. So that's great. Let's go ahead and take some photo stills. And the camera is horizontal, so we are taking horizon photos. Now this quadcopter comes in two different versions, the 1080p version or the 720p version, and the 720p version is the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi version, and the 1080p version is the 5G Wi-Fi version. Now I'm not sure which one I got. I supposedly have gotten the 5G version. So we'll check it out and see how good the quality of the photos and videos are. All right, so taking some photos. Alright, so let's go ahead and take some videos. And I tried out the video at home last night, and sometimes it records and sometimes it doesn't. So it's kind of iffy. Let me hit that video icon here, and it has turned yellow, and there's a counter. So let me go ahead and lift it up, and here I'm taking a video. Alright, a little bit of a lag. So I'm not sure if this is a 5G. It might just be the 2.4G Wi-Fi unit that I got. Let me stop the video and check the folder. Okay, those are the photos that I've just taken, and there is the video that I've just taken as well. So it is recording video. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that video icon and let it record, and I'm going to leave the iPad sitting right here, and we'll come back to that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and check this thing out. We're going to check out all of the core functions. We're going to check out the return to home function, and I'm going to turn off the remote control simulating failsafe, and we'll see how it behaves with a failsafe return to home. And we're going to check out the low voltage return to home. I believe it has a first and a second phase of low voltage return to home, in which there is a geofencing in the first phase, and in the second phase it will come back and land itself to where it took off from the home point. All right, so let's go ahead and check this thing out. Arming the motors. Wait, let me see if the 1 key to take off works solo. Nope, you need to arm the motors first. Arming the motors, 1 key to take off. And there you go. It comes to a hover, a pretty low altitude hover. Let me raise it up a little bit. Okay. It's looking pretty nice, very quiet. Okay, let me push it forward just a little bit. Whoa. All right. Wow, it's got a nice pitch. What speed am I in? Okay, I'm in speed number 1. So there's 2 speeds. So let's check out to see its return to GPS home point ability. And look at that, it goes right back. It doesn't go back really quick, it just kind of gradually goes back to the home point or the GPS hold spot. Alright, so let's go and check out the 1 key to land. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit this button here. And it is coming down by itself slowly. And you can also direct this path going down. And the motors shut off. Alright, so that is nice. So far so good. Let's put it right in the middle of the landing pad. Arm the motors, 1 key to take off from the ground, and let's see how high it goes. Yeah, it still goes about the same altitude, right around 1 meter. So let's raise it up and check it out. Okay, we are in speed number 1, and that is the full yaw and full roll turn. So it's got a very slow yaw speed, but it does have very good controls and is flying really smooth so far. Yeah, pretty nice. Okay, pretty smooth flyer. So far so good. Right, speed number 2. Okay, everything got a little faster. We got a little bit more pitch, and the yaw speed is a lot faster. I can hear the wind noise being created by the props. Pretty smooth and very quiet. All right, so far so good. Nice. I don't feel any interference or anything, so hopefully we are taking some videos as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and check it out here. Let me push it out and check out the return to home function. So let me wait until it comes to a hover. There you go. A very small little toilet bowl activity, and here you go. Return to home. Okay, it rises up in altitude and the remote is sending out a beep and it is making a beeline back. Alright, let's see. There's the landing pad, the home point. Comes to a hover. And it is coming down. There it is, the landing pad there. Oh, look, it adjusted itself a little bit. And it is almost touching the ground. And the motor shut off. Alright, so pretty nice. Return to home. And the beeping has stopped on the remote control as well. Alright, so let's put it back on the middle of the landing pad and check it out one more time. I'm just going to manually take off. Oh, look at that. Yeah, pretty decent flyer so far. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the failsafe. Hopefully it has a failsafe. Okay, come to a hover, let go of the sticks, and there you go, coming to a hover. Let me turn off the remote control. Turned it off. Let's see how long it takes. There you go. Oh, it doesn't rise up in altitude on this failsafe return to home. Just comes straight back. And it's hovering right on top of the takeoff spot, kind of adjusting itself, and it's coming down. Oh, it's gonna miss it. Don't hit the table. Oh man, it missed it by a lot this time. but nevertheless, that is pretty close enough. There you go, and the motor's shut off as well. Let me see if I can reconnect. And, oh yeah, reconnects. So let me see if it reconnects while it's coming back. So let's say you have lost connection with your quadcopter and it's heading back. Turning off the remote, and it's gonna head back without elevating in altitude. I'm gonna reconnect and check it out. We have regained connection and I have regained control as well. Alright, so once you come in distance where it reconnects with your remote control, you will have full control of the quadcopter, and the quadcopter will stop its path of the failsafe return to home. Pretty nice. So far so good. Everything is working real nice, and it is a nice flyer in speed number 2, but you probably want to go in speed number 1 to take videos. Looks like the pitch angle is pretty steep. So let's go and see if we can do some FPV with this thing. Alright, so there it is. We got glare all over the place here, so there you go. Alright, so let's go and pitch forward. Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, I got a steep pitch on this thing, and I got a little, yeah, freeze activity. Yeah, it goes in and out. I'm gonna go to speed number 1. All right. Oh, that was speed number 1. This is now speed number 2. Oh, geez. Okay, speed number 1, and I'm pitching forward. Oh yeah, there's some breakups and stutter on the Wi-Fi video feed. So this leads me to believe that this might be the 720p version of this quadcopter here that I've gotten. Okay, I'm not sure where I am. I'm gonna spin around. Man, it breaks up and regains video here and there, so I don't really know where I am. I should be on the left, right here. Come on. Oh man, we've lost video, and there I am. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna pitch forward, and look at that. Yeah, all kinds of freeze frames galore. Okay, here I am on to the right. I'm turning to the right. I turn too much because I can't judge where I am in real time, because it does have little delays and stuff. So where am I? Oh, I'm right there. See, I'm going forward. I'm turning around, and I should be right here. There you go. Freeze frames galore, like I said. There I am. I'm passing over myself, and I'm going to turn around. Okay, I'm going to go away from myself. It should be right there going away. Yeah, it is going away right there. I'm going to turn around slowly and see if I can come back towards myself here. Yeah, it is very difficult to do so. Yeah, so the Wi-Fi video feed has a lot of lag, a lot of delay, and a lot of freeze frames. Hopefully the recording is coming out. Okay, I'm going to let it hover right there, and I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to go into the photo album and check it out. See what I'm saying? Sometimes it records and sometimes it doesn't. I still only have one video recorded, so that whole segment did not record. So let's hit that video icon one more time. I should be recording, and once I stop it, I should have 2 videos. Let me stop it, go into the folder and take a look. There is no more video except that first one. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Let me hit the video button over here on the hard remote and check it out. It has turned yellow and the counter is on as well. So I can also start the recording from the hard remote as well. So hopefully it did record. Let me stop it and look at the folder, and still I only have 1 video recorded. So there is an issue with video recording on this quadcopter. Alright, so let's go ahead and just run out the clock here. And we are in speed number 1, I'm assuming. Yeah, look at that pitch. It just got really steep. I do have my screen record, so I can always rely on that. So this one has nice features, and so far everything is working really nice. The return to home, 1 key to take off, 1 key to land is working really nice, and it flies really good. And the fail-safe return to home is working just perfectly, but the video feed is not. So we got all kinds of delay, we got latency, and it is not quite in real time because of that. So yeah, and the video recording works sometimes and doesn't work sometimes. So this one has an issue with that, and that is a big issue as well, because you need to record videos, and that's what it's all about, the Wi-Fi FPV video recording. So you can go ahead and take some videos and photos from the air, you know. Let's see, what do I have here? I'm not recording any videos, so let's go ahead and take some photos from up in the air. Okay, let me raise it up in altitude here, and let's see, take a photo with the hard remote. There you go. Do a little yaw. Okay. There you go. Another yaw. Let's see if there's any vibrations in the photo. Okay, one more little yaw here, and there you go. Alright. Taking some photos there again, and let's bring it down in altitude. It flies good though, man. Look at that. Too bad the FPV feed sucks, and it doesn't record when you want it to record. So that is a big issue, I think. It should record with the press of a button, and as well as hitting the icon of the video on the Wi-Fi phone app, so you get recording. Really nice though, man. Flies really nice. Let me see how far I can take it out. Line of sight here. I'm pushing it, and oops, guess what? We've just hit first phase of low voltage, and I think I hit a geofence, and the remote control is just beeping away. Okay, let me bring it back just a little bit here, and there we go. Come to a hover. Let me push it forward, and we're gonna hit that geofencing. That's a pretty big geofencing there. It just hit the geofencing, and it has bounced back, and it doesn't come back, it just comes to a hover. So you are able to still fly about until you hit the second phase of low voltage. And there we go. I'm pushing it out again, and boom, it hit that geofence and is bouncing back. Alright, so that is a good safety feature, so you don't go out too far. And if you are out more than that distance of that geofence, it will come back and hover right around that distance in the first phase of low voltage return to home. So that's a pretty good feature. So let's check out to see how long it is between the first and the second phase of low voltage. See, one more time, it's going to hit that geofencing. Boom, there you go. And it bounced back, and it comes to a hover, and I am still able to control the quadcopter. But you got to deal with this annoying beep. Okay, so there's a pretty long time period between the first and the second phase. I'm still flying around, so you can finish up your video capture, if you can capture the video, that is, with the Wi-Fi phone app recording feature that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. And hopefully I got my screen recording going on. Let me just place it right around here. All right, and let me just see if I'm screen recording, just making sure. Yes, I'm still screen recording, and the beeping has changed its tone, or the beeps, and it has initiated the second phase of low voltage return to home, and it has returned back to above the takeoff spot, and it is coming down. All right, so all of the return to home functions are working perfectly on this quadcopter. All right, it's coming down, and although it missed the takeoff spot by a little bit, that is good enough for a GPS quadcopter, and the remote control continues to beep away. All right, so there is my demo flight and review of the SHRC's H1G.